Here's a new one. Tommy Cash and Joost Klein have just collaborated to make a song called United by Music, which is a very wholesome name for a song for two very, very interesting characters who are all kind of like Eurovision tangential. You've got Tommy Cash, who has just won the Estonian bid to do that with Espresso Macchiato, which is a very bizarre song. My girlfriend put it very wonderfully. Somehow, Tommy Cash has managed to make a career out of not being able to sing and just being an amazing character. But it's working for him. In fact, I've seen Tommy Cash last year. I went to go see Oliver Tree. No, it must have been the year before. Anyway, the support act was Tommy Cash, because of course it is. And that all links together because they collaborated with Little Big and they made that song Turn It Up, which, to be fair, is a badass song with a great music video. And Tommy Cash's verse in that song is the best part of that song by far. But then you've got Joost Klein, who, was sort of removed from Eurovision last year under sort of slightly shady circumstances. I don't think anything actually legal came out of it in the end. I'm sure he's, continuing to claim his innocence in whatever infraction he was accused of. But, either way, he kind of, left the Eurosphere. So it's kind of interesting that you've got Tommy Cash, who is a fresh new one who will be performing this year, collaborating with Joost, who, as far as I'm aware, still does want to participate in Eurovision. But, he's become a more controversial figure, one could say. But the last time Joost collaborated with a Eurovision guy, we had that one with Kargia, Traffic, and I still unironically listen to that song. It's great, and it has Andrew Callahan in it for some reason. But the videos are always really interesting. Tommy Cash always does very weird music video style stuff. Whenever he's collaborating, he always does a lot of CGIing his face onto children and stuff. It's very bizarre, but it's usually quite, captivating, at least, to be honest. God, when I saw him, it was mostly just him in booty shorts bouncing around the stage on his own with a little fanny pack or whatever you want to call it, with the music videos he made playing in the background. So yes, they're definitely part of his identity. So let's jump in and listen to United by Music and see what all the fuss is about.
For millions of years, the World Peace Committee has had one mission: to establish peace.
Interesting parallel, because the last video I did, I think, was that Baby No Money one, which also had some live action people interacting with hand animated cartoon characters. Maybe that's just a popular thing now, but I like it.
Love and unity. But despite countless efforts, they have failed. The world remains divided, and hope is fading. They only have one option left.
I actually wonder who the bigger entity is, Tommy or Joost. My guess is Joost, but I don't know.
Klein! Cash! Attention! We want peace.
Okay.
They want more.
Okay.
Rich stay rich, poor stay poor. We want peace. They want more.
I mean, I guess I probably could have guessed that those costumes are going to be completely outrageous, but even still, they just managed to outdo themselves. And I guess they both are kind of similar style now with the moustaches and the kind of, Joost has got a mullet and Tommy Cash has got long hair, but yeah, I know, they fit together as two characters more than I would have thought, actually.
Rich stay rich, poor stay poor.
I want to fly to Kiev and go to Moscow.
Okay.
I want to vote Kamala and also vote Trump.
Okay.
I want to be sober and I want to take a bump.
Okay, so I guess the whole thing is him wanting to do things at the extreme. I will give them credit, though. It is ballsy to immediately name drop Kiev and Moscow in there. Song-wise, so far, it's fine. The da-da-da-da-da-da, I bet you, is very entertaining when you are on drugs and in a club.
I want to take the piss, but I gotta take a dump.
Yes, fuck em, yes. Fuck the EBU, I don't want to go to court. The less get less and the more get more. But fuck that shit, I just want the hardcore. I wanna buy a Samsung in the Apple Store.
I'm not a good rapper, that's the reason that I sing. I'm not a good singer, that's the reason that I rap.
The self-awareness there is absolutely amazing. I'm not a good singer, so that's why I rap. I literally joked about him not being a particularly good singer beforehand, despite Espresso Macchiato being mostly sung, but I'm sure, helped a bit. But yeah, no, it's a very weird subject matter. Like, even just little lines like "I want to buy a Samsung at an Apple store" or whatever it was. Yeah, this music to me sounds more like Joost's sort of like production featuring Tommy Cash. I'm sure it probably is that way around, but I mean, let me know in the comments if I've got that backwards, because I spent almost the entirety of that Traffic song assuming it was a Joost song that Cargill featured on. It was the other way around, so I am aware that I don't always get this stuff right.
I love McDonald's, but I'm never going back. I know that I'm white, but I wish that I was.
Again, that's a lot of self-awareness.
I wanna smoke a cigarette, but also hit the vape. I like to keep it straight, but I also like it here.
I want to fly to Kiev,
You can't
go
not.
to Moscow. I wanna vote Kamala and also vote Trump.
I don't get that one, so we'll have to explain that one to me.
I wanna be sober and I wanna take a bump. I wanna take the piss, but I gotta take a dump.
It's that freaking dance again. It's the Slavic-y dance. It's the thing they did in the goddamn Little Big Tchaikovsky video where they would hold each other's heads and do that like really intense, weird dancing. I don't know. It just cracks me up. They're doing that kind of like very insular dance style, which again I feel like is mostly like rooted in Slavic places. But yeah, interesting.
When I wake up in the morning,
I wanna sleep.
the people need the money.
You wanna be.
Yours like dummy.
There's unity.
This song is so funny.
It's not that deep.
Oh, that's actually a really nice shot as well. The visuals are interesting to say the least. The Joost does very often to me look like somebody who is like this close to actually losing their fucking mind, you know? Like, that's why when he was accused of some like slightly not cool stuff, I don't know. Watch any Joost Klein music video and tell me that guy is like completely there mentally, and I'll be impressed. But I did like the end bit, the whole "it's not that deep" thing, despite the fact that they used the Kiev and Moscow thing like as a repeated refrain, which I stand by. That is like quite a ballsy thing to do, especially at the moment. But you know, they're promoting peace and all that, and that is definitely, you know, something I'm behind as a concept. Hey, big controversial hot take there. Renz is also pro-peace. But yeah, no, musically the song was fine. The repeated refrain, it could have done with maybe some more of those like witty lyric changes. Because after you'd heard most of the song once, it basically just looped for a second time. Yeah, it felt very Joost influenced, and I will admit most of the time the Joost stuff is like a little bit too, I don't even know how to describe it. It sounds like a meme. The whole thing it's got this kind of very like insular, quite fast, almost hollow sounding backing to it, and then they're putting on like silly voices at the same time, which is fine. Like, I get it, it's the point of the song, and it's also only like 2 minutes long, so whatever. It was definitely interesting to look at. They are both charismatic. The costumes, the wardrobe, I bet you it cost and took more time to make the video than it did the song, to be honest. But that stuff is all quite engaging. They are both charismatic dudes. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting because it feels like it was trying to sort of say a political statement, but then you had this like get out of jail free card at the end of it not being that deep. But I wonder whether or not that is literally a joke in it probably is a joke within itself. Yeah, cool. I mean, I like seeing all these people in the same sort of like ecosystem kind of collaborating. That stuff is always fun. And yeah, I don't know. Personally, Tommy Cash, I hope you win Eurovision this year with Espresso Macchiato, because it is so ridiculous, that song. If you listen to this and then that, is like they're night and day in terms of their musical style. But yeah, nope. I like both these guys, even if the music isn't necessarily always for me. I like that they exist and they're doing their thing. So yeah, good for them. Let me know in the comments if I've got any of that fact stuff wrong, because I bet you I've managed to say stuff that is completely incorrect when it comes to like Joost and probably Tommy too. But yeah, no, I quite liked it for what it was. Probably not going to go back and listen to it again, but let me know in the comments. Maybe this is the kind of thing that you guys are like, wow, this is awesome, this is my new bop. Or not, we shall see. Anyway, other than that, thank you very much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all of that crazy stuff. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.